It is night one of the Republican National Convention, and former President Trump is making headlines. We understand he's just arriving at the center. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Shay Rozzi. We will get to Tulsa's ties to the convention in just a moment. But first, the latest information we have on events surrounding former President Trump. Now, Trump is set to appear at the RNC any minute. As I said, we understand he's just arriving at the building. He's supposed to show up along with his vice presidential running mate. He announced today, Ohio U.S. Senator J.D. Vance. Now, Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle will not resign after the assassination attempt on the former president, but will testify before the House Oversight Committee next week. Now, the father of Thomas Matthew Crooks, the 20-year-old shooter behind that assassination attempt, is working with FBI investigators. Crooks' neighbors described him as a young man who was quiet and kept to himself. He was a member of a local gun club and worked as a dietary aide at a nursing facility. We also know he was a registered Republican who once made a $15 donation, though, to a progressive political organization prior to changing his political affiliation. Now, security is top of mind at the RNC. Fox 23's Devin Lyon is live with what he learned about the role Tulsa police officers are playing in Wisconsin.
Yeah, those more than 24 Tulsa police officers are in Milwaukee right now, as you said, as the former president is about to show up, joining thousands of other officers at the RNC after Saturday's attempted assassination on the former president. Officers say security at this event for speakers and bystanders is their biggest priority. 28 Tulsa police officers are providing security for people at the Republican National Convention. The Special Resource Team set out Saturday morning to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where they joined 3,400 other officers from around the nation. Tulsa Police told us this has been scheduled for more than a year.
So in May of 23, request came through our Major City Chiefs Association. And then shortly after that, Wisconsin had put out a EMAC from their Emergency Management Assistance Compact and requested officers.
Lieutenant Todd Taylor leads the SRT team for Tulsa and spoke with us while deployed to Milwaukee.
We trained for civil disturbance. We trained for urban tracking as well. You know, we've had some federal agencies come out and train our guys.
TPD had already sent Lieutenant Taylor and some of his team to Milwaukee before Saturday's assassination attempt.
So most of us learned about that when we were about 2 hours out from Milwaukee. So, yeah, we were fielding a lot of phone calls and, you know, having a lot of discussions about that. As far as I can tell, it hasn't changed my team's mission here.
Lieutenant Taylor says everyone, even people going to the convention, seem all the more vigilant.
I think anytime there is any type of, you know, assassination attempt on former president, current president, 20-year-old president, I mean, that, you know, that has an impact on everybody. That doesn't matter who you are, what political affiliation, you know, you're with. It's like, this shouldn't happen in America.
Now, Taylor also told us TPD officers are working a 12-hour on and 12-hour off shift while the RNC is underway in Wisconsin. The convention goes through the 18th, and then the officers will return home to Tulsa this Friday. Live in studio covering news that matters, Devin Lyon, Fox 23 News.
And as part of the agreement, the city of Tulsa will be reimbursed for all the fuel and personnel expenses through a federal Secret Service security grant.